So one quick way to see if your GA tag is working is to look at the real-time report in GA4. So here you should see at least one user crop up. I'd say maybe give it 5 minutes, maybe hard reset the cache, so Control F5, and you should see some data coming through. You can also check see whether events are coming through as well. So if you do an event that you've kind of set up, you should see that appear here as well. If you don't see any users appearing after say like 10 minutes or so, I would maybe check GTM using the preview mode. So here you'd simply click preview and then put in your website URL, and it will basically give you a list of the tags that are firing. And if the GA4 page view tag isn't firing in that list, then you know there's some sort of issue that you'll need to investigate. Maybe the GTM container isn't on the site properly, or something like that. So after you've got a few days worth of data, it might be worth actually comparing Universal Analytics and GA4 and seeing what the difference is in the numbers. So here what we've done is we've created a dashboard to actually compare the Google Merchandise Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4 data. So here you can see that, for example, on each day there's about double the amount of users coming in to GA4. So on the 15th of August there was about 2.5 users in UA, but in GA4 there was over 5,000. That's quite a big difference. So you'd probably want to go and actually figure out what's going on there. Is there some sort of bot traffic that's coming through to GA4? Maybe you're excluding something in UA that you're now not in GA4. You can also then break that down by things like device category, and that might give you an idea of what's going on as well. And we can even break it down by host name. So here, this might pick out whether there's a domain missing from the GA4 setup, or even being included that wasn't included in Universal Analytics. Here there seems to be a bit of a weird not set host name for GA4, so that would need to be investigated separately. You can also take a look at the page views as well. So here we can see that basket is actually pretty on par between UA and GA4. Similar with store.html. All these are pretty good apart from homepage. So I'd question if that's some sort of inflation going on that's incorrect, or maybe there's just some slight name differences in the pages, and that's why we're seeing different numbers here. You can also then compare things like custom events as well. So the events we set up, are we actually seeing the same number of them coming through? This example isn't great because the merchandise store have set up completely different sort of events in GA4 that aren't in Universal Analytics. However, it will be good to compare these if you do set it up this way, because that will be able to pick out if there are any events which maybe aren't working as they should do in GA4 or coming through. You can then also do the same with e-commerce as well. And when you look at e-commerce, you can also compare things like the number of transactions happening on a day, the revenue, and the item quantity. So here we can see there's a bit more revenue and quantity coming through in Universal Analytics. So we need to investigate that. It's not too far off, so I'm not majorly concerned, but definitely worth just trying to figure out what's going on there. You should also break this down by things like product category and product name, just to ensure if things are coming through as they should be.